Hello, this is the Cobra M51SPCVX, which is a 20-inch self-propelled rotary mower. And this is how it arrives with you in this big sturdy box. So what we're going to do is open it all up, take everything out. I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to put it together so you can start mowing your lawn. So here it is out of the packaging. Big mower here, lovely powerful mower. Comes with everything you need except for a screwdriver. So you just need one screwdriver crosshead, so to put the screw in when we assemble the grass collection box. But everything else is here. Comes with the oil. It's got the all important manual there that tells you exactly how to put it together. Spark plug socket there. This is the handle for the grass collector. It's also got these two red levers. This is for joining the frame, the handlebars together, and the side discharge, which I'll show you where that goes when we get it all assembled and on the lawn. But what we'll do to start with is to put this handle onto the grass collection box here. So this will obviously fit onto the back of the mower when it's finished. On this end here, it just slots in to that little slot just there, and then we pick it up with the screw that's provided here. Just a little bit of pressure to get that into place, and I can probably just start that off with my finger in there, and then get the screwdriver onto it and just tighten that into place. So that's the handle firmly in position there. So that's the last time we need the screwdriver. The next thing we can do is assemble the handlebar. Again, very simple. And what I'm going to do is take this piece and just lay it over. It's going to fit over this one here, which will lift up into position. So that will just fit on the outside of the frame like that. It will only go on one way. You can't put it any other way. And we've got the two handles like this. So what we need to do is just take the bolt out. So they just screw out like that. And we've got the washer as well, so take them apart. I'm going to do them both. Make sure that the pin in the centre also doesn't fall out. There's this pin through the centre with the thread there, so it's quite tight in there, but sometimes if they're loose they can fall out. So we take the bolt and we put the bolt from the inside, so just line the holes up. We notice this has got a bit of a curve on there, so that is going to fit around the bar itself nice and snug, and then we can put the washer on, and then we can get, I'm going to just swap hands to make it a little bit easier. We can then, lining up the hole there, screw that on. Okay, so nice and loose to start with. We're going to tighten it when we put it into position, so just to make sure that it's actually through the thread is through the little pin there like that. So then I'm going to repeat on this side. So very, very easy to do. Just line that up, twist it so it's snug, and then again just twist that round. I've got them on loose to start with, so we want to now put the handlebar into position so we can lock these. So how this works is it locks into position. As you can see, it hasn't done there, so we've got to just keep tightening it until we can fold that over, and there's a little bit of resistance and it will lock it. I'm going to go one more, and that now locks that firmly into place. So you just got to play around with it a little bit until it's right. That one is right there. So that is it, that is the handlebar assembly, and then what we need to do is lift it up. You'll notice here, at the base of the handles here, we've got these little red switches like that are spring loaded, and they've got a pin that shoots out the back. So we need them in this position so that when we pull them back, we're just making sure you don't trap any cables. We can then get them to lined up whichever hole we want. We can adjust this, so if you're taller you'll have it higher, if you're not so tall you can go down, and then just twist that and it locks it into position. And this one exactly the same, just a bit of a wiggle and there it is. So it really is as easy as that to put it together. Handlebars firmly in place. We're just going to now secure these cables, so it comes with two cable clips So it's just a case of I put the cable into the central hole and then just a bit of pressure and it's there like that. So that just stops that cable flapping around, and likewise we can do this one here, and there we go. So that's ready to go, but of course we do need petrol and oil. The oil is supplied with the mower and you need 400 millilitres, so not all of this bottle. This is 600 millilitres, 0.6 of a litre, so you only need 400 millilitres, and that goes in here, which is also the dipstick, and then the petrol, the fuel, goes in this one here. So what we'll do is get it fueled up, lift it down onto the lawn, and then we can show you how to start it. Oil goes in where the dipstick is, the yellow one here, so that just quarter twist. We can get rid of this now, so I'm just going to take that away. There will be remnants of some oil in there from where the engine's been factory tested, so we need 400 millilitres. It's easier to use a funnel, I find, than trying to get it into that little hole. So we just pour the oil in to the required amount, and the tip I would say is put what you think is enough in, a little bit under, dip the dipstick. You can always add more. It's easier to put more in than take it out. Just checking the level, you can see the level of the oil in the bottle, so that's about 300, so we just need a little bit more. So what I'll do now is just let that settle for a second or two, and then we can put the dipstick in and see what it's like. We'll start with a clean dipstick and then pop it in, twist it so it's locked into position, unlock it and take it out, and we can see that there is the high level, so that is absolutely spot on there, so we're good to go. We're using unleaded E10 fuel, and remember, always use fresh petrol. You don't want old stale petrol, as it will affect the running of the engine, so nice and fresh. So that goes in here, so we're just going to pour that carefully into there. It's now fueled and oiled, so I'll lift it down onto the lawn and I can show you exactly how to start it and the different ways of cutting the grass. Before I start the mower, I'll just give you a bit of an overview and talk about the 3 different ways it can mow, because this is what we call a 3-in-1. So traditionally you'll probably use it with the grass bag on, but there are 2 other ways as well. So if we lift the flap at the back here, we can see that there is something in this hole here. So if you want to use the grass collector, this must be taken out. So this is what we call a mulch plug. And that means when that is fitted in, it just clicks into place very easily. Put the flap down, the grass is cut underneath the deck. Instead of it being blown out the back, it chops it very finely with the blade under there, blows it back down into the cover of the grass, so that helps to feed the lawn, keep it greener in dry weather. But you have to do that on a little and often basis. So mulch mowing is great if you're mowing little and often. If you want to collect, then we take that out, put it somewhere safe, and we've got the grass collection bag. It's got these little plastic tabs on there. They're put in purely for transport to stop these doing any damage. So you take those off, and then that hooks into position very easily over those springs. So the 2 springs, and then that will close in place like that. So that will collect, and it's got a little indicator there that flaps when the airflow is going through from the mower. While ever that's flapping, the grass is going in. If it stops, it means your bag is full and you need to empty it. The 3rd way is what we call a side discharge, and to do side discharge you need to take your grass collection box off, fit the mulch plug back in, so it literally only takes seconds to do, and then around this side here, if I just step over the mower, we've got this little chute just here, there's a little clip on the top there, lift that into place, and then this very simply just hooks under there and there like that. Put that down, and this is ideal if you're mowing longer grass and you can lift the height of the deck up and it just throws it out. So if you've got meadows or pathways through orchards, that type of thing, this is ideal. And of course when you're finished, you just simply lift that up, take it off, and that then puts it back to an ordinary mowing mode. So 3 different ways that you can mow. To start the mower is very simple. First thing we need to do, I always say, is lift the height of cut so that it's above the level of the grass at the moment, and we need to pull the recoil out and get it into position, and it's going to hook around this little hook there. So pull in the red lever just to take the pressure off, and just slowly pull that out, and then just hook it round there like that. So it means now we can start the mower from a standing position instead of having to bend down. Starting is very simple. What we do is we pull back the red lever, we then pull the recoil there. Bear in mind it's brand new, so it might take a couple of pulls to get the fuel through. And then when we want to go forward, the self-propulsion is this lever here. We push that in. As soon as you let go of that, you will stop going forward, but the engine will keep going. To stop the engine, we just release the red. So if you want to stop it very quickly, just release everything. So let's give it a go. There we go. So there you go, literally only takes about 10 minutes from getting it out of the box before you'll be mowing. So enjoy your new mower and happy gardening.
Remember to register your Cobra online at cobragarden.co.uk. Always have your Cobra serviced regularly. Check the website for your nearest dealer.